Tarot is for fun and entertainment purposes only. Full disclaimer in the description box. Timestamps included for your convenience. See you in the video. Well, hello, my beautiful stars. It is the 19th of May at 12 p.m. in the afternoon. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading I did about Charlotte and George, as well as the very special auto writing. If you haven't seen the auto writing, I'm not going to give you a spoiler on who it was. Please pop around and go and have a look at it. A viewer left a comment and it actually made me think a little bit, and I've been stewing on it, and I thought it's actually something different to read on. And her comment was about after the video I did on did Meghan record the Queen. I'll pop it on the screen. And the comment was that people mustn't think that the Queen is, I'm paraphrasing here, was that stupid or whatever else. And she referred to, like, have a look at the brooches that she was always wearing in a certain spot in a certain space. And then I also just tricked in my head is that little handbag of hers that she always carried. It was always the same handbag. And she had different ways of signaling things and stuff, as we all know, with her handbag. And but that handbag was always with her. It was always right next to her. You never saw her without it, except if she was at a state dinner. Excuse me. Something is irritating my throat. Excuse me. Give me a moment. Sorry, I just had to get rid of that frog in my throat. So the question is, those brooches and the little handbag, was that an illusion? Was that a distraction? Was that, was there something more to it? Because I don't think she was really that stupid. I think she was, I mean, if at her age she could do a Zoom call, I think she was quite tech savvy. And also with Prince Philip, he was extremely into his tech and new developments and things like that. And he was always out there to protect and look out for her and the whole lot. So let us have a look and see what the cards are going to tell us. Let's pull a couple of cards here and let's see if the cards can tell us. Did Queen Elizabeth, was she tech savvy enough to wear recording or listening devices to prevent her from being entrapped, and that she's got records and that, you know, preventing worries? She was worried. She was worried that things will come out, and it needed to make her stay victorious and on top of things. Okay. Secrets. We onto something here. We onto something here. Thank you very much for putting that into my little brain, my lovely viewer. Come on. Let's have a look here. Okay, these cards are ready. Let's quickly have a look. Let's pull a couple of cards here and see what the cards are going to tell us about Queen Elizabeth, and if she wore any listening devices or anything, and those handbags and the brooches were just distractions and illusions. Let's have a look and see what the cards are going to tell us. Oh, the Moon card, illusions. You can't really see things. Okay. Oh, wands, the 9 of Wands. Upright. To protect from attacks, out of control attacks. Page of Pentacles, there's the offer. There's something new. Oh, there's the lovers, and I put a sticky on it and the sticky came off again. I don't know what to do anymore. I'm not going to draw on my cards. Okay, there's the lovers. Partnerships coming together, overseeing. Okay, let's look at this. The Moon card here as an opening. This Moon card immediately tells me here that What we saw was an illusion. It wasn't just one thing. It had two faces. It had two functions. And it was to protect her from howling dogs. And this Nine of Wands upright here is telling me that she's put up boundaries. She's put up boundaries so that she didn't have to think about things too much. And that is the crutch that she had to lean on. She put up boundaries and she had that support. The Knight of Swords, it was to protect her from unnecessary attacks of words. Recollections might vary. Does that ring a bell? And here is the offer. This is new technology that was brought into her sphere. And this was the lovers, the partnership. This was working together with someone, an institution or something, the working together of. But let's continue and see what the rest of the cards are going to tell us here. It might clarify the lovers, but let's have a look. Unhappy family. This is okay. The Ace of Swords in reverse. The Magician. Trickster. Trickster, trickster, trickster. It was to trick people. It was set up there for a trickster. But it was... And the attack of words on the crown. Look at the attacks and the attacks. The unwarranted attacks on the crown. And this page here is the trickster energy, and then this lovers and the unhappy family. Something is coming to mind. I'm just going to keep it for myself for the moment. Let's see where the rest of the cards go. I don't want to jump the gun with this Ten of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. I don't want to jump the gun here. But I think you guys know where I'm going. If you've been with me for a while, I think you might know where I'm going with this. There's the Empress. There she is. There's the Empress. The Queen. Walking away. She's holding a secret. She's got one thing in her pocket. She's got a cup of it in her pocket. Look at everything. Everything else can be left behind, but she's got a secret. She's got something up her sleeve. And that's a warning sign to me as well. That when she leaves, that she's got protection. The Nine of Cups. You can't really see what's behind that curtain. There's something behind that curtain. But it was to keep her on top of her game and make sure that she is always on top of her game and she is one step ahead. Look at all the red in here, and the red to me is warnings. Red warnings. So that people can't gloat. She kept them on a little wooden bench because with what she had in her pocket, the tricks that she had up in her pocket can trip people over. What's underlying here? Two of Cups. There's the agreement. Sharing of secrets, keeping of secrets, emotions. The Devil. Upright. Keeping people bound. Keeping them in check. Keeping them tied. If they were out in the cold and it was always for hope and healing and it is stuck. I've got something here that is just coming through, and I'm going to ask the cards for clarity on this. And that is why, and that's my throat is scratching, and that's why I know I'm onto something here. I'm just having a look here. why I was holding back on this Lovers and the Pentacles and the Ten of Cups in reverse and the Nine of Wands here. This is telling me a different story. This is telling me that she only started wearing that at a later stage, when there was a union of two people, and it was causing problems with and causing unhappiness in the family, and words that came out that were false. And there again is the sharing of secrets, and this walking away here almost wants to pull me into the direction of the lead up to the Sandringham agreement, because this Devil card here is telling me as well, there's the agreement between Khatib and Marai to keep their mouths shut, because they were moving out of the family, and she knew that this would be her guiding star. It would solidify things, and that she's got something in control. She can spill if she wants to. Recollections may vary. The Hanged Man. She's hanging on to it. Hanging on to it. This is also taking me to the bully accusations within the palace. All those, that investigation that was done. I want to ask the cards here quickly, because to answer quite shortly, yes, she did wear one, and it was after an attack that came on her, and she realized that she needed to tighten things up and lay things up. Let's ask the cards quickly here. Am I on the right track? Am I on the right track when I'm asking, has this to do with after Meghan entered the royal family? Was this to do after Meghan entered the royal family? Let's pull this card. There we go. The wannabe Nine of Pentacles. The wannabe Nine of Pentacles. In reverse, the fallacy card. Everything that went on behind the scenes. Everything that went on behind the scenes. And the information, new information that kept coming out. After the wedding. After the wedding. After the wedding. After they got married, she started wearing it. That's according to what my cards are telling me. There's the military, that's William. William advised her. And there's Harry in reverse. I read Harry as the King of Wands in reverse after I did more research on the archetype of a King of Wands. He was the block. He was the block. Him and his MI6 connections. Because of all the tears that were being caused. And the unhappiness. The unhappiness. And it was to relieve the Queen of stress and worries. And protect the family from the unbalanced stories. The mixing up of stories. Recollections might vary. The bullying. The bullying. And she wore it until the day she died. And those things will be locked up. or you locked up because things weren't just. Things were unjust. Things were unjust. So yes, 2 questions answered here, my friends. Yes, Queen Elizabeth was tech savvy, but it was a military move with that King of Swords, as well as William, that formed the block. What have I just done here? That formed the block. That formed the... Yeah, I know I did something wrong. That formed the block. And that was after... That was after the wedding. It was after the wedding that she started wearing it, because she realized what was coming. So, watch out, madam. Watch out, madam. There's stuff on you. There's stuff on you. And you don't want to go up against the legacy family, because your little flame will go dead. Because the dictator will come out. You thought you could do that. There's the strength card. And they know what they're doing. And they had their future plans in place, because they knew the world. And secrets can come out very quickly. Secrets can come out very quickly. Are they waiting until for that information to be used when the Emperor is no longer? Just a question, just asking for a friend. The bully accusations. The fights in the battle, the constant defending. Letting go. Letting go. The Hierophant in reverse. The palace didn't even know. But it's doing something unconventional. Doing something unconventional that has never been done before. Never been done before. Until now. So there we go. Thank you, my friends. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.